Good evening, everybody. My name is DJayH. Welcome to an after action report. It's really early morning, Saturday, December 2nd. Got back from my local game store and managed to actually play standard decks, play some constructed. Didn't do so well. Mostly because my deck decided to dawdle around and I kept some questionable hands. You know, the standard stuff that even the best deck can fall flat when piloted by somebody who's less than great. Um, Deck in question is a no red tokens deck, or technically a witch tokens deck. Uh, Originally, this was an abs. I will leave a link down in the description to the deck list so you can at least follow along. If not, well, originally was an Abzan deck list that contained Vraska the Relic Seeker. Now, interesting card, great card. I just could never get my hands on it. What I did pull though was a Tezzeret the Schemer, so it still has it not quite as well protected. Vraska makes 2/2 Menace Pirates. Tezzeret only can make Treasure. Ethereum cells have the same text line as Treasure, but I had Tezzeret and I had a Deadeye Plunderers, which are artifacts matter. I really should have pulled a picture of them, but oh well. The Abzan deck list, so I kind of tweaked and scrambled a little bit, and well, the basis of it is using small creatures, a small creature, the Sacred Cat, and embalming it to get it back, to chump block until you get the mana to cast either your Planeswalker or you get your combo, because that's what this really is. It's a combo deck. There's also some removal in the form of Fatal Push. My deck list has some Walk the Planks in it because I didn't have 4 Fatal Pushes. It's an expensive card. You got to keep this a little bit budget. I have somebody looking over my shoulder. Not at the moment, that would be weird. But also some board wipes in the form of Fumigate. And this deck doesn't care if you fumigate your own guys. Because you're going to make more. Because once you have the main part of this deck is Anointed Procession. Now, Anointed Procession is a 3 and a white enchantment from Amonkhet that reads if an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. Now that's stacked, so if you have 1 Anointed Procession, you get 2. If you have 2, you get 4, and if you have 3 in play, you get 8. And that is any tokens, including embalm tokens from our friend the cat, or the second piece of the combo, the Anointer Priest. Now, the Anointer Priest is what brings us back. We do have Argyl's Bloodfast in here, but just to draw into Anointer Priest. And the third piece of the combo is the Hidden Stockpile. Now, between these 3, the Procession, the Priest, and the Stockpile, you get a life gain cycle. It's like you throw out your Servo from Hidden Stockpile, you get 1 back. You get 1 at the end of the turn, gain a life from Anointed Priest, until you get Anointed Procession in the field. Then you get 2 tokens, gain 2 life. When you embalm your Anointed Priest, you get 2 tokens, which each see each other, so you get 2 life, and then you get 4 life for each time the Hidden Stockpile goes off. And then every turn, you can just keep shoving guys at the other guy until it wears down. It has some other tech in there to boost. I'm going to see if I can find a place for Metallic Mimic in there. It also has Chef of Dunes to give your guys a +1 +1/+1 till the end of turn for that big alpha strike. Like I said, I didn't do so well tonight. Mostly that's because I had no clue what the meta was going to be. There is no meta at a standard in a very small store. Only 6 turned out for the standard portion. Another 6 came for the draft portion of the evening, which is a good showing for as small as area as we are. A dozen on a Friday night, decent showing. In fact, one of the decks I saw was trying to think what the name of it is. It's oh yeah, Jun counters. You ever seen Jun counters? Jun counters is, of course, green, black, red, and this version played the Scorpion God. And Scorpion God is whenever a creature with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, draw a card. And like all the Hour of Devastation gods, it bounces back. But you can also put a counter on another target creature with its ability, which pairs up nicely with Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons. Whenever you put that second clause, whenever you put one or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, create Death Touch snakes. Yeah, that's very useful, and it also ran Obelisk Spiders, so whenever it deals combat damage, it basically infect, but infect and drain, because each time you put one or more counters on a creature, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. The guy running this was a commander player, so he was used to a little bit more effectiveness from this, but still managed it fairly well. And unfortunately, Servos, the Adonto Vampires, and my Sacred Cats, Warriors, yeah, all of them are 1/1s. So, yeah, he kind of once he got going and drew into a Slice and Twain to get rid of one of my cast outs on his Scorpion God. Yeah, he kept drawing cards, playing more cards, getting more counters. He steamrolled, and it was fun. It was great because his deck went off, and that's the kind of player I am. Yeah, there's a lot of players that, whatever. I screwed up. I couldn't deal with it. My deck sucked. My deck was okay. My deck wasn't great. My deck wasn't bad. It was okay, but his deck went off, and that's fun to see. I don't know why. I don't know why other people don't get that, but watching other people's creations go off, do what they're supposed to do, is just great fun. And it's half of my fun for going to Friday Night Magic, is to see these different things that come together and go off. But I've taken up enough of your time already. Like I said, my deck list is down at the bottom. What else did I play tonight? Played an mono black vehicles deck that went 2-1 against. I kind of got mana screwed in game 3 after I sideboarded in some additional removal, and I played a guy who decided to bring one of the precons, and that was my win for the night. Yeah, it didn't feel great because he was having trouble with mana. He was having mana problems just as bad as I was in the first game. So yeah, it doesn't feel great to beat somebody in that situation, but a win's a win. So I've taken up enough of your time. Like I said, the link in the description of the video should have, if I remember to put it in, we'll have a copy of the deck list. We'll see you next time.